For my virtual exhibit, I chose to use pieces from a collection of Native American artifacts which represent Native regions across the U.S. Some of the pieces from the collection were returned to their respective tribes under the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, or NAGPRA. This federal law, enacted in 1990, requires that agencies and institutions which receive federal funding return cultural items to their Native American tribes. Cultural items include funerary and sacred objects, as well as human remains. NAGPRA also oversees accidental discovery sites, as well as planned archaeological site excavations. Native American culture plays such an important role in the Southern Oregon, and especially here at SOU. Because of this, an exhibit displaying cultural items will appeal to both the SOU community and the larger surrounding community. The collection includes basketry, beadwork, and embroidery pieces, which illustrates the rich culture of Native Americans living here before us and the Native Americans living here today. Areas represented in this exhibit include a collection of tribes from the following regions: the Northwest Coast, California, the Southwest, the Southeast, the East Coast, and the Northeast, as well as a number of pieces whose origins are unknown. Images of these maps, as well as biographical and historical descriptions of each of the tribes represented, will be displayed on the walls of the entry gallery. This is a brief example of the biography of the Coquille tribe. The Coquille tribe is a federally recognized tribe which has traditionally occupied the southern Oregon coast and lower Coos Bay regions. The name Coquille is derived from a Native American name for fish, which are abundant in the region. In addition to seasonal campsites, a traditional Coquille village consists of a permanent settlement occupied by a clan with similar satellite band occupations. This hunter-gatherer tribe subsisted primarily on fish and game, as well as nuts, berries, and roots. Since they became a federally recognized tribe under the Coquille Restoration Act in 1989, the tribe has been able to receive federal funding, which goes towards education programs, health services, and a variety of other amenities. In addition, the Coquille tribe now is recognized as a sovereign government and has jurisdiction over their land, resources, and community members. A description of each of the tribes represented will include their political hierarchy, subsistence patterns, how the tribe was affected by NAGPRA both negatively and positively, as well as a few words about how the tribe is existing in the modern world. Accompanying the written descriptions will be images of the native peoples and examples of cultural and traditional practices, such as song and dance performances and portraits of tribal members, such as the ones shown here. These images are of native Coquille elders. Following the main gallery will be the basketry artifacts. There will be 7 baskets on either side of the gallery, displayed on pedestals without a glass case. This allows for maximum capacity in the gallery and enough room for the artifacts to be viewed. Also displayed in the entry gallery will be a description of the history and significance of basketry. Basketry differs between tribes in materials, techniques, patterns, and shapes. As the Native Americans were displaced, all of these previously listed characteristics are changed. Basket weaving is among one of the oldest Native American crafts, and some baskets have been dated by archaeologists to about 8,000 years ago. The following images display the variety of basketry techniques and characteristics that exist in U.S. regions. The first is a woven sifting tray from the California region. The bottom left basket is from the Northwest Coast, and the one to the right of that is a Seminole basket from the Southeast. The Southwest basket on the right, from top to bottom, belong to the Navajo and the Hopi tribes. Following the basketry exhibit is the beadwork and embroidery exhibit in the next gallery. There are 8 different artifacts in this exhibit. A history of both beadwork and embroidery will also be displayed in the entry gallery. The commonly used glass beads were brought to the Native Americans 500 years ago from Europe. Traditionally, beads had been made of shell, stones, coral, metals, wood, ivory, and animal bones, horns, and teeth. Similar to basketry, beadworks and embroidery styles, techniques, and characteristics vary across regions and between tribes. Beadwork is characterized into 2 subcrafts, leatherwork and beaded strands. Leatherwork includes moccasins and clothing, while beaded strands include jewelry and other ornamental wraps. Both of these techniques require great skill and practice and are tedious and time-consuming. These images demonstrate the intricacies of the beadwork and the embroidery products as each bead is hand-sewn. Each of the pieces on this slide are unknown in origin, but they accurately reflect a variety of styles of beadwork and embroidery seen across the U.S. With the exception of the top right embroidered ornament from the northeast Niagara Falls region, the remaining artifacts are unknown in origin. In order to get the audience to participate more, I plan on having either a local Native group or the Native American Student Union here on campus performing in the traditional style songs and/or dances about once every hour. This will be more engaging than simply reading biographies and histories and viewing artifacts without really interacting with them directly. There are a number of different problems that I may encounter with this exhibit. The first is the lighting in the main gallery. Compared to the entry gallery, which incorporates natural sunlight, there is minimal lighting. More lights would be needed in order to illuminate all 14 pieces I plan on displaying. The most significant problem, though, that I may encounter is the noise level in the back gallery. Because of its size, I'm not sure how the acoustics will play out. The drums used in songs are very loud and may be off-putting to some viewers. My goal for this exhibit is to disseminate knowledge and increase participation of the rich history and culture of the Native Americans who lived here previously and those who are living here currently.